Are you setting yourself on fire just to keep the toxic people in your life warm? That stops today. We are the Reclaimers. Here we are, episode 1, like I promised. This is going to be the starting point of giving all the tools to the people that need it. Now, if you're in a situation where, hey, your kid lives with you, they're 35 years old, but they're paying a substantial amount in rent or whatever, this is not for you. If you have a loved one that is just so loving and taking care of his or her business and showing you all the love and support you need, I'm not saying they have to be lovey-dovey and flowers every day, but just not doing the opposite, giving you a toxic environment. That's what I mean. The people that are dealing with that, and this is the crazy thing. I have been doing so much research online, looking for material, trying to get guests. I have a few guests, but it's like so few and far between. You want to know why? Because it's an embarrassing topic. Hugely embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It outs the people that you love, which you don't want to do either. So that's why there's just not a lot out there. But you cannot tell me that a lot of you guys aren't dealing with this shit. Say your mom becomes a drug addict and you love your mom, so you bring her into the house. Now she is a shitstorm in your house. Those are the situations that I'm addressing. So without further ado, let's get to the slide. Reclaiming your space and sanity. A step-by-step guide to managing a financial and emotionally draining living situation. The goal: acknowledge the current state and why change is necessary. The problem: the current living arrangement is unsustainable. It is negatively impacting your financial stability and emotional health. You ain't good for anybody if you're a hot mess. The right or out philosophy. There are only two viable paths forward. Right. The individual contributes, respects boundaries, and works towards independence. The out. The individual transitions to a new living situation with a set time frame. The mindset. You are not being cruel. You are prioritizing your well-being. Helping turns into enabling when there are no consequences for bad behavior. Pay attention to that part right there. Helping turns to enabling when there's no consequences for bad behavior. Make sure you put a note of that. Phase 1, the assessment. The goal: determine if the situation is salvageable. Assess willingness versus ability. Can they work? Are they physically, mentally capable, or are they choosing not to? Are they toxic or just trouble? Is their behavior abusive, manipulative, or a result of a temporary crisis? You have to make these determinations to see if that next step is necessary, because sometimes it comes down to communication. Sometimes we're afraid to say certain things in fear of how the person will react. So you just don't say anything. You just assume they would know by your body language or whatever the hell people do. But a lot of times, more times than not, they don't just say exactly what's on their mind for the fear of hurting someone's feelings or just getting snapped back. Who knows? But at the end of the day, you got to communicate. Whatever you're feeling, you need to vocalize it. It's important with any situation. Forget just this. Any situation. Relationships, no matter what the relationship is, work, everything. Communication, communication, communication. It's so important. The cost calculator. Calculate exactly how much they cost you monthly. Groceries, utilities, cash hands out. List specific emotional costs. Loss of sleep, anxiety, strain on other relationships. This is a good one because a lot of times these situations happen in singles. Statistically, most of those singles that bear the brunt of that environment, that stressful, anxiety-filled, toxic environment, are women. So ladies out there, I feel you. Please follow these instructions. Get your damn respect back. Reclaim your shit. So the cost calculator. Make sure you determine how much it's sucking you dry. Phase 2, the right plan. Rehabilitation. The goal: establish strict conditions for them to stay. The sit-down meeting. Now, don't do this while you guys are in the middle of a hot and heavy fight. Schedule it and do it when everyone's calm. Make it a diplomatic conversation. Get it done. Do not do it when emotions are flaring. Big mistake. So make sure you do it at set up a time, not during a fight. Use I statements. I cannot sustain this arrangement anymore. The written contract is non-negotiable. This is important, the I statement, because anything other than I is deflecting, and people will capitalize on that. So make sure you are crystal clear that this is causing an issue and I want it to be solved. Not somebody else told me that you were a problem. No, I'm having the problem with you. It's very, very effective to do it that way. Financial contributions. They must pay rent, a minimum of $100. I'd rather them do a $500, but if they are piss poor broke, $100 a month, even a panhandler can come up with $100 a month. Cover specific bills. Employment. Proof of job applications, at least 5 a week, or enrollment in some sort of training, but therapy is required. It is totally, totally required. Therapy for you, therapy for them. It's so, so important and detrimental to the resolution of this overall problem. Household duties, specific chores, assigned daily, weekly, set a timeline, like a one-on-one, like, jobs do like a one-on-one with the manager. Set a timeline for 30 days. Just get a pulse. How you feeling? You tell them how you're feeling. Are they progressing? Are they getting better? Are they getting worse? Get them back on track. Are they too far off track? The out plan initiates immediately. Handling emotional toxicity. The goal, protecting your mental health while they are still in the home. The gray rock method. I love this method. Now keep in mind, this is not that, what's wrong, honey? Nothing. What's wrong? Nothing. And they still got that pissy ass attitude and all this other shit. That's fucking annoying. No, this is catered to situations where you don't want to fuel the fire of the subject that caused you to have to write this contract. So anything that ever comes up that's in relation to this situation, don't even entertain it. You already got the contract. They know what they have to do. There's no other words that need to be said. So the gray rock method. Do not engage in arguments. Give short, uninterested responses. I see. Okay. Things like that. Starve the drama of oxygen. It's just like fire. You don't give it no oxygen, it goes out. Spatial boundaries. Your bedroom is off limits. Quiet hours must be respected from 10 to 7 p.m., 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Consequences. If they become verbally abusive, leave the room or the house immediately. Do not argue back. No, if they're physically abusive or there's a physical threat or even a mental threat or any threat of any kind, if you feel like it's at the level, please, please, please call 911. Do not hesitate. Call 911. The out plan, the exit. The goal, preparing them to leave whether they want to or not. The conversation. The arrangement is no longer working. You need to find a new place to live by such and such a date. Keep it simple. Keep it dry. Keep it just like that. Do not add any words. Just keep it there. Just so there's no room for negotiations, arguments, or any of that shit. And mark it visible on your calendar. That's super important. So you both can see that. Facilitate the move. Offer logistical help, not financial support. Like, hey, you need some help with those boxes? But not, I'll help you with your deposit. No, no financial support, okay? Provide a list of local shelters, low-income housing, or other relatives that they can stay with. That's only if it gets really, really hot and heavy, because at the end of the day, we want them to get right. They haven't fulfilled the obligation to get right. So obviously, there's no turning back. They have to go. They have to figure it out. And I know it sucks, but at the end of the day, don't put the blame on you. They put a nice red carpet just right to that front door to get out. They did that, not you. You have done everything possible to retain the relationship and retain their living situation. Always keep that in mind. Legal considerations. Ensure you're not breaking the law. Avoid self-help evictions. That means don't put this shit out in the street just because it pissed you off. You will definitely end up fucking yourself up by doing that. I mean, from the moment you do that, all the way to the moment you want to get them out the right way. Do it the right way from the gate to get the shit done. But just do it the right way. So don't put this shit on the street. Tenant versus guest. If they have lived there for a certain period, it goes by state, but 30 days is usually the time frame that they stay in the house. But if they're getting mail there, they're basically a tenant. And the really unfortunate part is they have tenant rights. So even if they're not paying, they still have tenant rights. So that's why it's important not to throw this shit out in the street. So give a formal notice, a notice to quit, 30 days, prior to actually getting them out, or just have something in writing saying, hey, you did not follow this contract. Now this is my notice to quit, and then follow up from there. You should. The eviction process. If they refuse to leave by the deadline, you cannot change the locks or throw their stuff out, like I just said. You must file for a formal eviction through the court. Do it the right way. You have to do it this way. There's no other way around this part. If you really want to get it done and get it done to the line, get a constable. But I have resources that you can reach out to for legal advice. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to go there. So basically go through the courts, do all the proper paperwork, get it done that way, and do it right. Consult a local landlord, tenant attorney, or legal aid advice, like I just said. The aftermath, staying strong. This is important. The goal, preventing a relapse. A relapse, not meaning them, because they're supposed to be out already. A relapse from you. We don't want you to relapse. We don't want you to say, oh, I missed that person. Or, oh, my kid, I can't believe they're on the street. Oh, none of that shit. Consistency is key. Once you fuck that up, you open the floodgates to be capitalized on. Trust me when I tell you that. So expect guilt tripping. They may say, you're making me homeless, or family helps family, all that bullshit. Your response, I've helped such and such a time period. I can no longer do so at the cost of my own health. Keep it simple. Keep it right there. No, there's no rebuttal to that. Change your locks. Once they're legally out, change your locks immediately. Financial cutoff. Ensure they are removed from all bank accounts, credit cards, and phone plans. Total disconnection. And here are your resources, where to go to get help. We have a bunch of different things. Domestic violence hotlines. NAMI, that's a really, really good National Alliance on Mental Illness. 211, US and Canada. Law Helps. That one's good because you can find a lot of legal counsel, even legal advice on that site. And a lot of it's free. So please do that. And that's basically it. That is a step-by-step guide on getting the people right or getting them out. That is the guts of what my mission truly is on this platform. I want to ensure our peace. I'm almost 50 years old, and one of the things I realized in my age, I used to want fun all the time. I used to always want happiness all the time when I was a young buck. So I got into a lot of trouble. But then as I got older and I found this tranquility and peace, that's my happiness. That is your happiness. Your peace should be your happiness. And we want to get that for you. So be a part of the crew. Be a part of the Reclaimers. We love all of y'all, even the deadbeat motherfuckers. But we are the Reclaimers, and we're coming to reclaim our shit. So if you have a house, you have a box, you have an apartment, you live on a bridge, I don't care. If that's your space and somebody comes into your space with the false inclination that they're going to be good people to you, whether it be your own kid, your spouse, your damn mom, your dad, I don't give a shit who it is. If they come into your space and create drama and create a toxic environment, it is time to go. But first, try to get them right. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, your conscience will be clean. Your conscience will be so clean because you know you have done everything possible to get this person right so you can love them and you guys can be a team. But they fucked that up in more ways than one. So never put that guilt on you. That should be on them 100%. So with that, it's my first episode. Please give me your feedback. I have thick skin, so constructive criticism is always welcome. This isn't for me. I want to make this for all of y'all, all the people out there dealing with this. Because like I said, there's nothing out there on the internet that's really focused on this in particular problem. And that's why I want to create a movement where we get the peace to the people that need it And I know there are billions out there that need peace. I guarantee you right now, as you're watching this podcast, you're looking to your left and you see that motherfucker sitting on the couch that maybe just called you all kinds of names the night before, ain't paying shit. And you're like, why am I dealing with this? I'm here to get you to the next step. With that being said, please reach out. We're looking for guests still. Please be a guest on our show. Give me a constructive criticism. The link to this slide is down below. The link to a contract is there too. Next week, I'm going to create a budget plan. Please be ready to practice your Google platform, Google Sheets, Google Docs. Learn as much as you can about that, because that's the platform we're going to use. That's how I'm going to communicate, and that's the means I'm going to use to share information. We are the Reclaimers, and we're here to reclaim our shit. Have a great night.